Hello, and welcome to Main Street Marketing's podcast. This is a podcast that you can come back to as many times as you'd like to get more tips and trends about how to market your small business better online. We've been doing this since 2006, and we've got a ton to share with you, so we hope to see you back time and time again. Today, I want to talk about the 5 key pieces of the internet marketing puzzle. So there are what I believe is 5 different things that every small business needs to be doing at all times. They might need to juggle all these at the same time to get results. So these 5 things are content creation, search engine optimization, social media, lead generation and lead nurturing, and online review management. So altogether, those things create something that's bigger than any of them separately. So it all comes down to content creation. So in content creation, what I mean by that, for most small businesses, it can be a whole bunch of different things. It can be video and graphics and all kinds of different things. But mostly the way that we try to get Google to find the sites that we work with content creation is through blogs. And so there's 2 types of different blogs that we do. One is what we call search engine optimized blogs. So it's a keyword that we're going after a specific term or a phrase that people are searching for. So whatever that is for a business, we ask them ahead of time. We also do research on a company, and we'll go in and find these keywords, and then we'll write blogs about that keyword. So when people search that, they can find us. Other than if you meet people and they get your business card and come to your website through your business card, or they already know your address, most of the time people are going to come to your site because they saw something on social media. Maybe they got an email. But most of the time it's going to be because they searched for a specific term and found you as a potential answer to a question that they have, or you showed up as a business that can help them with a problem. So these search engine optimized blogs really help in that way. And then the other thing that we think are really, really important for conversion. So when people come to the site, we want to be able to answer their questions and show them that we match up with their what they need, and we have the capabilities to help them. But we also want to show that we're working with people just like them. So the extra part of the blog that we're talking about, other than the search engine optimized blogs, are what I call featured work posts. And those featured work posts are explaining, okay, here's a customer that we had. This is how we helped them. Here's a third-party review. That third-party review would be maybe on Google or Facebook, or maybe there's an industry-specific online review site that makes sense for this situation. So we take that featured work post, and we try to get featured work posts for all of our services, products, and any kind of niches that we have. And what I mean by niches is, yes, you might have a service that you provide, but maybe, for instance, if you're a realtor, you want to be able to show that you sell $150,000 to $250,000 houses, but you might also want to be able to show that you sell $1 million plus houses. So that would be a specific niche. So over time, the featured work posts that you have will pretty much show what you do, and it'll show the niches for you over time because of what you're doing and what you're putting on the website. And then those people that are coming to the website, when they see that you help people just like them, so if that guy who's looking for $1 million house sees that you work with that kind of customer, then he'll feel more comfortable. He won't feel like he's wasting your time. Also, if he sees $150,000 house to a $250,000 house, so that also helps, and it helps you get the right customers because you can sort of filter through by showing people if you're the right person for them, the right company to help them. So that's the content creation. That's the search engine optimized blogs, and that is the featured work posts. We're going to take those posts, and we're also going to push those through social media. So any post that we create, we're going to share that on social media, and we're going to share it to Facebook, and we're going to share it to LinkedIn. We're going to share it to Twitter, and we're also going to put it on Instagram if it's got a visual piece to it, or we'll create some graphics that even look better visually, or some videos that go out on Instagram. And we can also use those videos on the other platforms that we talk to. One thing that I find a lot of people don't use as well as they can is LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is very, very helpful, especially if you're selling to businesses, a business to business sale. But it's good for everything, because people who are on LinkedIn are sort of movers and shakers in the area, and they're business owners, and they know a lot of people, and they have large networks. So if you're getting your message in front of those people, they have a whole network that they can say, hey, I just heard of a guy who can help you with XYZ problem. So that'll help too. And the power of LinkedIn is in the profile, pushing the blogs that we create through the profile and not just the company page. The company page is great. It's more for like when people come in and kick tires to try to figure out who your company is and who you do business with, and try to see what kind of blogs you've written and that kind of deal. But the profile is very, very important. So we're taking all that content, we're pushing it through the social media. All that content also that we created is going to be help your search engine optimization, because of all the titles and the keywords and the content that's inside of those blogs, and all that content that is shared to social media and all the other channels that Google wants us to share it to, sends a signal to Google that all of this is, we're doing all the right things to tell Google that we are a good option for the person who puts in a specific question for us to answer that for them. Google does not want to send somebody to a website that's all salesy, and it's not going to help them with their question. And they get a bunch of signals from the people who do all of this right, who have all 5 of these balls in the air, and they're juggling them all at the same time. And then they reward you by giving you better rankings. So that is the search engine optimization. We're also going to do things inside the website, but that's not as important anymore as the content, and doing it consistently and putting the right signals out there. There's a whole bunch of little things that we can do inside to tweak and make better and refine, and we'll do that also. And then another thing that we do for search engine optimization is all kinds of things that have to do with the maps, especially Google Maps. We want to do a lot of local marketing things, because when you search something locally, you'll see that little 3-pack that shows up that says these are the small businesses that help you in the area for this query that you just put in to Google. And we do all kinds of things that are in the maps, and that's also part of the local marketing that we do there. Now, as far as lead generation and lead nurturing, a lot of that has to do with email marketing. So all of the content that we create on a monthly basis is sent out on the 15th usually for our customers, saying these are the blogs that we've written in the last month. We're trying to keep them updated with all the things that we're writing about. So those blogs are then sent out to everybody that they have an email address for. And that just goes out, and that's sort of like the e-newsletter. And that keeps people top of mind, and you'll hit people at the right time with the right blogs, and you'll get sales from that. And it'll be something that people save and they can forward people. So that's one part of the lead generation. The other part is we send out, usually at the first of the month, sort of a focus that says, it's January or December or it's July, whatever it is, these are the things you should be thinking of this time of month that I can help you with. So if it's Christmas, we might be talking about things that you need to do. Or if it's, say, you're an accountant, you're going to say in December the things that you need to do to wrap up your accounting for the year and be ready to go in January to get your taxes in on time. So that's sort of like the focus. Also, we can put promotions in that too. If you have a company that has, coupons or promotions or that kind of thing. So it's a focus, a promotion that goes off in the beginning. That's part of what we have as lead generation also for the email marketing part. And then we do have lead nurturing campaigns. And again, sort of like how I was telling you earlier about doing the featured work posts, we're going to create a lead generation, lead nurturing campaign, an email campaign of, say, 3 emails that explain every one of your services and every one of your niches. So that when you get off the phone with somebody, you can say, hey, can you give me an email address? I'd like to reiterate what we just talked about. And then you can send that to them and they'll get the first email. It'll be in their inbox so they can reference it later if they do want to do business with you. Because most times you get off the phone with somebody, they start kicking the tires. They're going to go check you out. They're going to ask people about things. What we want to do is stay top of mind right from the time that they ask questions about you if they didn't already do this, do a sale with you. Then we're going to want to send this out to them and they'll get the first email that reiterates sort of what that product or service that we talked to them about was. And then like 3 days later, they'll get another one that says, hey, this is some of the people that we work with, and we'll know who they are and which one of these campaigns to send to them. And then they'll get those featured work posts. Hey, oh, look, these are people that can help me because they're working with businesses just like me. And maybe the third one goes through and asks for the business and says, this is how you can set up a time for a free consultation. So that would be really helpful there too. Now, the one thing that I didn't talk about directly yet, but I did indirectly, was online review management, because when I talked about those featured work posts, it has an online review component in it. So what I try to do with my customers is we have an online review management system. And what that does is that goes in and we tell, after you invoice, go ahead and ask all those new customers for an online review while it's hot, while they're happy, while they understand and remember what you did for them. So go in and get those, and we'll get 15-20% of those back usually. And these people are happy people most of the time if you're doing a good job. And I've had some businesses that at first, when they start getting some of these back, they won't get some of the greatest ones back. And it really gives them some insight also to where they're sort of dropping the ball, and it really helps their business. So, in this age, transparency is everything. So you can't go in scared. You got to go in and ask for the reviews. You'll find out what's going on. But this is a funnel system. So what happens is they go in and they can click on 1 to 5 stars. If they click on 5 stars or 4 stars, it'll then pass them on through to go to Google or Facebook or whoever else we choose in the funnel to give the good review. If they pick a 3, 2, or a 1, then that will come back to to the company. It won't push them on through for the customer to vent, let them know that they weren't happy. The customer usually gets that off of their chest. The company gets back. It doesn't hurt them in a bad review. They get to rectify the situation. They get to improve their company. So there's a whole bunch of going on in these reviews, more than it just being good for search engine optimization. It's a whole management thing that comes through sometimes, and it'll really help your business and it'll really help your marketing when you get a bunch of these good reviews, because people who love you and love your business and your services sometimes forget to give you reviews. Sometimes the people that are mad at you, and it's a small percent, are motivated to give you a bad review. So sometimes you go to these companies, this guy's got a great company. I know it because I talk to all these people who say he's got a great company, but say he's only got 5 reviews up and 4 of them are bad, and he's not posting good reviews all the time. It's just because people are motivated when they're mad and they're not motivated when they're happy. So this review system is a way for us to pop in a name or a text number and put them through the campaign and get more and better online reviews that we can use in these featured work posts. And that's going to really change your search engine optimization and your conversion when people come to the website. So those are the 5 key pieces of the internet marketing puzzle. To go over it real quick: content creation, which was the featured work posts and the search engine optimized blogs. Those are going to help the second part, which is your search engine optimization. We're also going to do some things nuts and bolts wise on the website to help with your search engine optimization. We're going to do things that work directly with Google Maps so that we can have a lot of good local optimization going on also. We're going to take all that content that we created on those blogs and those featured work posts. We're going to push them out on social media along with other social media postings and videos and all that other kind of deal to try to get shares and to try to get comments and engagement with social media. And then all that content, again, that we create is going to be pushed out in an e-newsletter as whatever happened in the last 30 days for the blogs. And then we're also going to do like a focus for each month so that this is the month, this is what you should be thinking about this month. If you're in like landscaping or something like that, every month of the year has different tasks that need to be talked about. And most companies have that kind of deal. And we can also put promotions in that. The last part of the lead generation and the lead nurturing is the lead nurturing campaigns. And those are those campaigns where you have like 3 emails and you send those out as an event sort of triggers those. So somebody calls in, I'm going to send them this campaign, and it's going to keep them going through the process so they don't forget about you after they've talked to you or they've asked for something online, that kind of deal. And then the online review management piece is the 5th key, and those are invaluable to make sure that you're doing well with your customers, and that also that you can convert people by proving what you do instead of saying that you are a great company. You can prove it through these online reviews and these featured work posts. So that's the 5 key pieces of the internet marketing puzzle. This is part of an internet presence package that we provide to small businesses, and it gives them everything they need to get started and going and get leads from their online efforts. A lot of times people will go out and they don't really understand how all these things work together. They'll come in and a lot of times people come to me and say, I need social media. And so, yeah, social media is one piece of those 5 pieces, right? That's what I just told you. But they think I need social media. What they really are telling me is I need to get more exposure. But nothing works without the content. How can we talk about anything if there's nothing to talk about? So we have to create the content and push it out to social media. I see a lot of people that go directly just to a social media person. And yes, they're getting some exposure. They're talking about some things, but I call it shallow social media, because what it is they're linking to somebody else's content. Well, we're not telling Google that we're doing the right things if we're linking to somebody else's content. We're not creating the content that we need to rank well in search engine optimization if we have no content on our website. All these things have to work together. If people come to the website and there's nothing there to prove that you're good, instead of you just saying we're good at customer service like every other person does, then you're not going to convert people. So that's why we need all these things. And email marketing still has a huge role. It gets in people's inboxes. it stays top of mind. When people are ready to make the sale, sometimes email marketing is the most important because it's there. It's something they can refer back to. So all these pieces together will get you online leads. So I just wanted to explain how all that works together, and I hope that it helps. And please reach out if you have any questions at all. I'm here to help. Thanks.